It's your boy Moan signing on for Fresh Colorway, and today we gonna take a look at 5 Jordan 1s that I was wrong about. And I need you to join the Fresh Crew. How you join the Fresh Crew? You click like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and follow us on social media at Fresh Colorway on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram.
I know that's right.
Now on this list, we're gonna discuss a few pair of Jordan 1s that I predicted to go up in value over time that didn't work out. Some of these shoes I invested in, some of them I did not invest in. However, I did make the prediction, so I'm big enough to stand by my words and tell y'all when I'm wrong. So now the first shoe we're gonna look at dropped about 2 years ago at this point. I think that was like 2020, and that's the Jordan 1 OG High Royal Toes. Now these Royal Toe Jordan 1s came on the scene at a time when all the gym shoe stores were shut down, COVID was like at its highest point, and nobody really could locate how to get these. This when late shipments first started, and it was kind of a rough time getting these Jordan 1 OG High Royal Toes. And everybody kind of predicted that these Royal Toes would go to the moon in price. However, that did not happen. Now currently on StockX, you can pick up these Jordan 1 Royal Toes for about $300 in my size 12. I was totally wrong though, because I thought this shoe was gonna go up to like $500, you know, somewhere around there, and it just hasn't happened. It's been about 2 years, and it still is a $300 shoe. I was telling people to hold pairs, you know, I was buying some pairs for resale, and I actually ended up selling all my pairs in a bulk deal, maybe about, you know, early 2021. So I got rid of all mine, but I was definitely wrong about that one. Now the next shoe on the list is the Jordan 1 OG High Light Smoke Gray. Now these Jordan 1 Light Smoke Grays, if you've been watching Fresh Colorway for any amount of time, you will know that this is like my favorite shoe that I have in my collection. This is my personal favorite. I'm not saying it's the best, however, it is my favorite. So on this shoe when it dropped, everybody thought that this was gonna be like a $400 or $500 shoe also. On drop day, you was able to move these shoes for about $300 to $350. That was about the market on drop day. Now you can pick up this in a size 12 for about $275. I personally invested in this shoe. I had bought maybe like 12 or 13 pairs, I want to say, and I ended up dumping them maybe about 6 months after drop, and I think I moved all mine for around a 300 to 310 point on each one of those pairs, so I did pretty well on them. However, this was not one you wanted to hold for the long term, because you actually lost money if you're still holding them now. Even though this is a very dope shoe, like I said, it's personally my favorite. I thought the colorway, you know, that gray and white always does well. But I think that that red ankle collar kind of threw people off and kind of killed the demand for it. This also released in the height of the COVID. This shoe was kind of inflated when it did drop. And this was another one that I kind of bricked out on. You know, I don't get them all right, and I definitely got this one wrong. Now the third shoe on the list is a shoe that I overpaid for. And I'm ashamed to say that I did, but that's the Jordan 1 OG High 85 Georgetown. Now, just like the last shoe, if you've been watching Fresh Colorway for any amount of time, you know the Georgetown colorway is like my favorite colorway out of all colorways, collegiate that Jordan releases. The Georgetown, that blue and gray, is just perfect to me. I just like it. So I had to have the Georgetown 85s because nobody in my local area really got them as far as stores are concerned. A few people hit on sneakers, but they was overpricing it a little bit too much. And I ended up paying about $411, I want to say, for these. That was before taxes and fees. After taxes and fees, it might have came to like $460 or something like that. You know, I don't remember the exact number. But I look at this pair now, and in a size 12, you can pick these up right now for $350. So I definitely overpaid, probably by $150 on these shoes. I thought these were gonna keep going up like the other Jordan 1 OG High 85, whether it be the Bred or the other colorways. They all are doing pretty decent on the market, but these just went down. I should have waited and grabbed them, but you know, I gotta get out of content for y'all. And if y'all didn't check out that video, I'm gonna post it above so y'all can see it. We went on foot, showed you how to style these, and did a review, so check that out if you get a chance. Now the fourth shoe on this list is a shoe that the whole sneaker community was wrong about, and that's the Jordan 1 OG High Patent Bred. Now these patent Breds on drop day was a hot commodity. A lot of people wanted these, and when they did drop, they was going for about $400 on drop day in my size 12. However, These shoes did nothing but go down. So you can pick these up for like around $300 now in a size 12. I think the patent leather kind of threw people off on these shoes. And I say that because if you look at the OG Breds that dropped in like 2016, those Breds are like $800, $850 in a size 12. And everybody assumed that these shoes will perform the same, or at least get past the $500, you know, the $600 price point. And here we are coming up on a year later, and they actually about $100, you know, to $120 below what you would have paid for them on drop day. I thought the whole sneaker community was wrong about this one, because people were holding these, paying resale for them. And if you would have just been patient, you would have still had to pay resale, but you would have got it for a lot cheaper than what you could have got it for on drop day. Now, on this last shoe, I'm ashamed to even say what I predicted would happen to this shoe because it makes me look like a fool, but that's the Jordan 1 OG High Bordeaux. Now, these Bordeaux Jordan 1s, I assume was going to perform like the Midnight Navy Jordan 1s. And those released in 2020 around December time. And those, when they dropped, were going under retail. Like, I was arguing with a guy trying to get him to pay me like $5 or $10 above retail for a size 12 in those Midnight Navies. The Midnight Navies was exactly like these, but everywhere where it's this, you know, Bordeaux color, it was just blue. It was a dark navy blue. And I was arguing with this guy to try to pay me $5, $10 above retail. So I was like, man, forget it. I'm gonna just keep the shoe. So I kept the shoe for like around 2 to 3 months. And that shoe shot up in price so quick that it was ridiculous. It went from going from under retail to about $400 or $500. I remember I sold a GS size for around $450, and I sold a men's size for around $400, $450 also. So that was a good hold, you know, in that time. But as time went on, that shoe went down in price. Now that shoe is not doing that well, but it's still doing more than it did on drop day. These were going below retail on drop day. And here we are about a year later, and these are still below retail. I was telling people that you need to buy these and hold on to them. I even held on to a few pairs, so I took some losses on these. I ended up moving them for about retail. I got lucky at a sneaker show, moved them for about retail. So I took what I can get. I think you can pick these up right now for like $160, $170 on StockX. This was a bad investment, for sure. This was probably the worst shoe that I recommend somebody invest in. That just comes with the game though. So if you invested in anything, you're gonna take some wins, you're gonna take some losses. This was the biggest loss that I had in the sneaker game thus far, was investing in these. And I was totally wrong. So take everybody investment advice with a grain of salt. But before we get out of here, I want to hear from the Fresh crew. What investments have y'all made that bricked out on y'all? Is it any that you got now that ain't doing so well? I want to hear it down in the comment section below. And I need you to join the Fresh crew. How you join the Fresh crew? You click like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and follow us on social media at Fresh Colorway on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. It's your boy Mo signing out for Fresh Colorway, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.